I'm not a water-dwelling mammal from Africa that's moved to the metropolis and been taught how to break dance. Where did you get that preposterous...
Hey guys, what's up? I'm here doing some kind of a guide Runescape thingy. But first I'd like to talk about something. This little motherfucker. And yes, before anybody says anything, I have a cold right now. So, that's why my voice sounds fucked up. But this is something that's kind of pissing me off. Task list. I'm sorry, but I think this is just a horrible idea. The achievement diary list was fine as it was. Fuck, JX is fucking this game up bad. Anyway, I'm here. I'm going to show you, in my opinion, some of the best ways to get 99 woodcutting, if you couldn't tell. This is my usual woodcutting outfit. Nothing except for my only 2 lumberjack pieces and dragon axe, but I'm going to talk about a few methods after I talk about equipment. Now, lumberjack is a special little equipment for woodcutting that gives you a bit of a bonus in XP. However, the XP bonus isn't that good. Give me a second and I'll check how much it is. Okay, anyway. Lumberjack hat gives a 0.4, like a 0.4% XP boost, and the lumberjack boots give a 0.2 XP boost, like percent XP boost, I'm sorry. That's pretty bad. Like, the full lumberjack set, which is hat, this thing, and boots, it only gives a 2.5% boost. So I don't think that's worth it, considering how long it actually takes to get lumberjack. Now, if you, there's minigames. Oh yeah, there is no minigames list, derp. If you would absolutely love doing that, Berg de Rot, you know, when you lead people from Mauritania's, like, Canifus to Berg de Rot, if you actually like doing that and you do it a lot, then just do it. Like, you could, I guess, do it for lumberjack, but I don't see the point. Like, I really don't, considering that lumberjack is not worth it, because it does take a long time to get. The other bit of equipment I'd like to talk about is the Inferno Adze. And this thing is really good, but only if you want to train firemaking and woodcutting at the same time. Plus, you need 92 firemaking, and that's not going to happen anytime soon, because it is also my second least favorite skill. But if you have 92 firemaking, and you want to train firemaking with woodcutting, you don't care about money, Zapdos, sorry, then sure, use an Inferno Adze. But personally, I'd recommend you just wear really whatever you want. Dragon Axe, definitely, as soon as you can get one, get it. It does make a huge difference. But right now, you start out, you're going to need a bronze, sorry, not bronze, never use a bronze axe. You're going to need an iron axe, which I'm not going to like. Here, I'm going to buy some axes just to give you an example. Okay, guys, back here, I now have pretty much all 6 of the hatchets you're going to need. I do not have a bronze hatchet because iron takes the same level of woodcutting you use, and it's better. Simple as that. I don't have a black hatchet here because, yeah, I guess it is better than a steel hatchet, but first of all, it'll never buy, and second of all, it costs like 10k, which chances are if you only have like 6 woodcutting, that's quite a bit to spend on an axe. And look at this shit. It costs fucking more than a rune axe, which is bullshit. So I wouldn't recommend you use one of those besides. At 21, you'll be able to use a mithril hatchet, 31 adamant, 41 rune, and then dragon at 61. So let's go through the methods, shall we? Okay, we're here about 3 steps away from where I left off. Now, when I first started woodcutting, the Grand Exchange wasn't around, but now that it is, it makes getting woodcutting up from level 1 a lot easier. So wield your iron axe and start cutting logs around the Grand Exchange. This is, in my opinion, one of the best ways to start woodcutting out, because, first of all, there's enough trees, I think there's enough trees around the Grand Exchange to, fill your inventory. Now, if you're on a free-to-play world, there might be some competition here, but as you can see, if you're on a members world, there's absolutely nobody doing this. So yeah, there's enough logs to fill your inventory, and when you get done an inventory, you can actually just sell to the Grand Exchange, or if you're training fire making, you can go over to the far east side of the Grand Exchange and light logs. I'm going to check right now how much a full inventory of normal logs would sell for. So as you can see, only one inventory of normal logs is about 2.3k, which for a really new player is not that bad. So really, you could just come to the Grand Exchange and sell them after every inventory, or you could bank them up and, you know, get a good collection going, but, you know, whatever your choice is. I'm just going to sell these, make some extra money because I'm a poor ass. Give me a second. Alright, so from 1 to 15 woodcutting, you get 97 normal logs, which would sell for 8,051 GP. As well as that, you could also burn those and get to 18 fire making. Also, at level 6, you should definitely switch to your steel hatchet. It'll make quite a noticeable difference. Okay, here we are, a bit southwest of the Varrock West Bank, where there's 3 oak trees. If you're a free-to-player, you'll probably see quite a few people around here, so there might be a bit of competition. But, again, on a members world, there's nobody here. This is one of the better places to cut oaks, in my opinion, anyway, even if there's not many people here. This is how I did it from 15. There's not a lot else to it. You cut oaks here, run over here, and bank. I'm also going to show you a few other places to cut them. Now, this is another quite decent place to cut oaks. Right now I'm at Catherby, I think that's how you pronounce it. And there's 2 oaks here, and one over here. Right there. I actually really like this spot too. Oh, and 2 over here, so that's even better. Because it is close to a bank. Oh, and 1 here. See, there's a lot of oaks here that I didn't even know about. I actually remember getting my earliest fletching levels here by cutting the oaks and then turning them into bows, which was pretty fast considering I had 0 GP at the time. This is, I don't know, if there's people at Varrock, then this is probably the best place to go, but if there's nobody at Varrock, I'd still recommend Varrock Bank. And then there's this fancy place right here. 1 oak here, 1 oak here. If you don't know where this is, you're a complete fucking retard. Now, this is completely impossible to do in free-to-play, because there's always somebody here, and there's always somebody here. And if there's even one person here, you're pretty much fucked. Like, you're both going to get bad XP. So I really would not recommend doing this if you're free-to-play, but I guess it's alright if you're members, but I'd still say that this is the worst method of the 3. So, if you'll give me 1 second, I'll check the XP rates and how much money and shit like that. Okay, guys, so 15 to 31 woodcutting, which is what I'd recommend you cut oak still, you will receive 332 oak logs, which can sell for about 30k on the Grand Exchange, or you can use them to get about 34 fire making from 15. In all, it gets about, let me think, about 20k fire making XP. Alright, I'm not even going to bother pausing the video. At this level, oh, and by the way, yeah, again, I'd recommend switching to your mithril axe when you can. Obviously, it makes a big difference. But at this level, wield your adamant axe and start cutting willows. This is one of the better places to cut willows in the game, but it is quite crowded. This is when I can actually get into XP rates. At level 31, I'm not quite sure what the XP per hour on willows is, but I can tell you at the later levels, it gets to around 40 to 50, around 50 to 60k XP an hour, which is pretty decent, but right now I'm going to show you, in my opinion, the best place to cut willows. Okay, here we are at the Barbarian Outpost. There's not a lot of people here. I'm not sure why, because it used to be quite crowded. But basically, this is a place where you can cut willows and never, ever have to worry about a willow tree falling down. Like, there are so many that you can cut as much as you want, and there's always going to be at least 3 trees left by the time you're done your inventory. I'd recommend cutting willow logs past 45, and I'll explain that in a second. But if you really want to know, getting 45 woodcutting from 31 with willow logs would it would give you around 622 willow logs, I'm pretty sure, and it would give you about 62,000 fire making XP. Let me just double check to make sure. Yeah, sorry, 692 willow logs and 62k fire making XP. Chances are the willow logs are not going to sell on the Grand Exchange, but even if they did, you'd probably not get very much money at all, considering they're only about, I think last time I checked, they're like 12 GP each. I'll check right now, because I'm fucking retarded and I forgot about this. Yeah, 15 GP each, so it's not really that big of a deal if you can't sell them. Now right here we have the maple tree. This motherfucker of a tree is probably one of the most overrated things in RuneScape. You see, this guy right here with the sexy ass quest cape, he's cutting them, but he's retarded for cutting them. If you cut maple trees, and you'll have a rune axe by now, obviously. If you cut maple trees, you're a fucktard. I don't even care what anybody says. Unless you're using it as a combo of fletching and fire making, if you're cutting these for woodcutting experience, you're a fucking retard. All the speed of use for all the money of willows. That's what you get from these fucking assholes. I would never ever recommend cutting maple trees for XP. At 77 woodcutting, they're very slow for me. Like, I don't notice that much of a difference between these and U's, and you only get 56 GP per. I really would not recommend you cut these. But if you absolutely want to, hold on. If you absolutely want to, it would take about 1,600 maple logs from 45 to 58. And really, you probably wouldn't be able to sell them on the Grand Exchange anyway. Okay guys, here I am mobilizing armies. Now this is pretty important because this is, in my opinion, the best way of getting 99 woodcutting if you want to make money off of it. This is eucalyptus logs. These things are fucking amazing. I would not recommend, they're 58 woodcutting to cut, and you can cut them right at 58, but you'll get pretty bad XP, like 30k an hour. If you have 61 though, that'll raise to about 40k an hour, I notice at least. At around 75, like my average XP rate is about 50k XP an hour at these things, which, I don't know, you probably could get more or less, depending on how focused you are, because I'm not focused at all when I'm, you know, escaping. And there are aggressive monsters around here, but look at this. They're faster than U's, first of all. Like, you cut them faster than you cut U's. And the amount of money difference, not very much. I think 40 GP less than U's, which in the long run may seem like a lot if you're getting 99 woodcutting, but at the same time, think of how much time you're saving. Now, personally, unless you do not care about money and you just want XP, I would recommend these right till 99 woodcutting. So, I'm just going to say from 61, because nobody's going to cut these right at 58. So from 61 to 99 woodcutting, it would take around 77,000 eucalyptus logs. Seems like quite a bit. Considering the average XP rate, I'd say is around 50k XP an hour, 55k XP an hour. That's not that bad, and that would get you around 35.2 mil. So I think it's definitely worth it.